Today, what I want to do is go over how to actually help somebody, particularly if you have a particular set of skills that you know that you're good at and you want to actually help people that you know. And the reason why I want to make this video is because I got a very, very interesting DM by a coach. And this coach, he has a particular set of skills that he learned. And the reason why he learned it was because his mom was suffering from a particular thing. And because his mom was suffering and he loves his mom very, very much, he decided to learn how to help her. But the problem is, now that he has the skills and he's actually helped other people because he is a coach, for some reason, he can't help his mom because his mom won't listen to him. And this is very, very interesting because I have a joke. The joke that I have is I feel bad for my friends, my family members, and anybody that actually knows me very well because I feel, and this is just my ego kicking in, I feel that I am probably one of the best at doing what I do, which is helping people release emotional issues, particularly if it comes to like anxiety, any type of trauma, any type of issues that people deal with, any type of addictions. I'm very, very good at helping people get to the root of the problem and helping them not relieve it, but actually release it. But because my friends, my family members, and people that just know me in general, to them, I'm just Lou. Like particularly in my family, there's 4 Lou's in my family, and I'm the youngest Lou in the family. So I'm known as Baby Lou. Like even though now I'm about to turn 37 years old, to this day, my aunts, my uncles, my family members, my cousins, they still call me Baby Lou, which means they just look at me as Baby Lou. But what I want to do right now is talk about the elements, the things that need to line up. You need to have these things in order for you to actually help somebody, because maybe you have a friend, a family member, or maybe you're just a coach and you really, really want to help the world. You have a talent and you really, really want to serve people. But for some reason, people are not listening to you. If they're not listening to you, it's because some of these things are not lined up. So I'm going to go over all of them right now. So take out a notebook, take out a pen, jot this down. So if you really, really want to help somebody and you know somebody's suffering, you need to have these things lined up. All right. First thing you need lined up is proof that you could help them. Now, the easiest way you could do this, other than learn the actual skill, is actually go out and help people for free, serve them, and have them be used as a testimony. For instance, social proof. There's a very, very interesting experiment called the Asch experiments, ASCH, where the Asch experiments basically is you go into a room and basically you have 9 other people in the room with you. And this is an experiment. And basically what happens is the professor or the scientist at the front says, what color is this object? And the object is clearly blue. But the 9 other people in the room with you say it's yellow. So each one of the 9 people say it's yellow. And by the time it gets to you, you're going to start questioning whether or not it's blue. To the point where if everybody else is saying it's yellow, you're going to feel the need to say that it's yellow. And you might not do it the first time. Usually most people will say, no, it's actually blue. But by the time it keeps going on and on and on, people start to conform. So for you as a coach, the easiest way, or somebody who's trying to help somebody, the easiest way for you to help somebody to get that line up, that proof element, social proof, is get other people to say how good you are, or get other people to say that you helped them as proof. whether that's testimonies or just saying it out loud, get them on video. Now, for me, I have that element lined up because I have a social media following. So on Instagram, there's over 800,000 people. On Facebook, it's over 500,000 people. So as far as with my friends and family, they already know I'm kind of good at what I do. So I have that element already lined up, the proof that Lou is actually good at what he does. So again, for you, the easiest way to do it is get other people to say how good you are at your particular craft, particularly if it's somebody specific that you actually want to help. So that's the first thing you need lined up. The second thing you need lined up, and this is the hardest one when it comes to friends, family, and just people you know. You need to be seen as a figure of authority. You need to have some level of authority. So for instance, the main reason why I got into this craft of helping people release their trauma, their emotional issues, anxiety was first because of myself. I had a lot of issues growing up, particularly with anxiety. But I received that programming from watching my father as I was growing up, because my dad used to have a lot of panic attacks. My dad believed, and I don't like sharing this, my dad believed he was going to die at the age of 35. And the reason why he believed he was going to die at the age of 35 was because my grandfather died at the age of 35 because he had heart issues. So my dad has heart issues, and actually I had heart issues until I was about 16. Until the age of 16, I actually had a hole in my heart. Now, over the time, it actually patched up all on its own without surgery or anything. But because of that programming from my father, watching my father constantly being in and out of the hospital, taking all of this medication, I started to receive the same type of programming to where I had my own issues. So I wanted to work on my own issues, but I also wanted to help my father. But the problem is, my dad to this day still suffers with all these issues. He also has bipolar disorder. He suffers with all of these issues. Even though I feel like I could really, really help him, I'm his son. He looks at me like I'm just somebody that came out of his testicles, so to speak. That's the joke he has with me. Like, you came out of my testicles. Like, I was just swimming around in there, right? So because I don't have that authority over my father, he just sees me as his little son, his little boy forever. He's not going to listen to me. Even though he knows I could help him, he's not going to listen to me. So if you're somebody who wants to help somebody, you got to realize you have to have that, you have to be that figure of authority in their life. They have to look at you, I don't want to say in awe, but like you are the person in that field. And even though my dad kind of looks at me like that, he does listen to me to some degree. So he does kind of see me as a figure of authority now, because he sees the success that I'm starting to have, and he sees the amount of people that I'm helping with the social proof. He is starting to listen to me a little bit. So I do have a figure of authority with my father now. It took a little bit of time for him to start taking me seriously as somebody to listen to, but you need that. You need to be a figure of authority. However, the third thing you need, and this is something that I don't have from my dad yet, the third thing you need in order for you to help somebody is you need some type of investment. Now, what do I mean by investment? The easiest way is they have to pay you. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people out there that believe like everything should be free, but if it's free, you do not value it. There's a saying in marketing, people who pay attention. So because, for instance, with my father will never pay me for my services. He's not gonna get the value. Like, I literally should be charging my father, if I'm trying to help him, a lot of money. The money that I charge my in-person clients, if you was to hear right now what I charge my in-person clients, to the normal person, it's egregious. Like, when I tell people my prices now, and the reason why my prices are so high these days is because initially I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to work with people in person. So I remember the first time somebody reached out to me and they really, really wanted to work with me, I just threw out a number that was so high that I was actually hoping it was going to turn them off. But because I projected such a high price, it actually intrigued them, and they wanted to work with me even more. So the fact that I charge so high, people believe the thing that I'm gonna give them is so valuable. Now, like with my father, because my father will never pay me, he's never gonna actually get the value. So you need some type of investment. Here's another thing. If it's not money, they need to invest the time. So I'll give you another example with my father. In order for me to see my father, because my dad, he always wants my help. He's always asking me he wants me to help him, particularly when it comes to losing weight, dealing with his issues. But the issue is he wants me to come to him. So in order for me to see him, it takes me 90 minutes of travel time to get to his house. And it takes me 90 minutes to come back home. So that's 3 hours, right? He knows this on an unconscious level that I'm going to see them, to the point where when I travel that 90 minutes and I'm specifically going there to help him with a particular issue, whether it's losing weight, getting him to exercise, doing some type of meditation to help him relax and calm his nerves, the minute I get there, he'll start to do a little bit of exercise and then he'll say, I'm done. And I'm like, dude, what do you mean you're done? I traveled 90 minutes to you to get there, and you gave me 3 minutes of work, and then you're just like, yeah, I'm kind of tired. I don't want to do this. So if I really, really want to help my father, I have to get him to invest the time. What I should be making him do is actually travel to me. Come to me. Because if he actually came to me for a particular reason, he would more than likely take the suggestions, do the exercise, take me more seriously. So that's the third thing that you need. In order for you to help somebody, you need investment. That's particularly why, people DM me all the time. They get mad because my anxiety release course is $47. It's 102 videos. And they say, why are you charging $47? If you really wanted to help somebody, you should make it free. Yeah. If I gave you 102 videos, a 28-day program to help you release your anxiety, you're actually going to sit down for 28 days and actually do the practices. You're going to do the 102 videos for free. You're not going to do it because there's no investment. And even $47, for most people, that's not enough money. That's not enough of an investment for them to actually take the initiative and finish the program. That way they get the desired result. So that's the third thing you need from people. You need some type of investment, whether it's money or invested time. Now, here's the fourth thing that you need. And this is very, very tough to say. If you really want to help somebody, you need to have the ability to walk away. I'll say that again. This is the fourth element. You need the ability to walk away. What does that mean? That you just tell them no. Meaning when they ask you for help or they want something from you, you tell them no. What does this mean? I have a saying, people value comfort, but they don't value the person giving it to them. I'll say that again. People value comfort, but they don't value the person giving it to them. So for instance, right now, I have about 3 empty water bottles on my desk. My girlfriend, I've been with my girlfriend for about 12 years. She doesn't like when I have empty water bottles laying around. I have a habit of drinking, and I drink half the water bottle and I just leave it around. Why do I do that? I'll tell you this, when we first moved into this apartment 10 years ago, I wasn't doing that. Why? Because I wasn't comfortable with her yet. But now that I'm very, very comfortable with my girlfriend, and I feel like she's not gonna walk away from me, because I feel like she's not going to walk away from me, at least yet. Maybe when she sees this video, she'll crack up and she'll like, oh, maybe I should threaten to leave you. Because I know that, I take her for granted, and sometimes I'll leave empty water bottles around, or I'll do stuff that she doesn't particularly like. Why? Because I'm comfortable with her. Like even the way I look right now, she would prefer me to be more well-shaved, well-groomed. But because I'm so comfortable with her, I do things. And everybody does this. The more comfortable you get with somebody, the more likely you are to take them for granted. So if you actually want to help somebody, you need to be able to say no. You need to be able to walk away from them. You need to threaten them in a way to leave, to go bye-bye. The service that you're currently providing, if you was to take it away from them and they feel the loss, they feel what it's like to not have that thing, they'll value it even more. So you, on an unconscious level, you need to let the person know who you're helping, that you could just go bye-bye. You could just disappear and not be there. Like, for instance, my best friend, me and my best friend, we value the hell out of each other. The reason why is because we only talk on the phone once every 4 months. We only see each other once every 2 years. We do message each other almost every day. We do this thing where we do daily prayers, like we say a prayer and we send it to each other. But the thing is, because we don't talk too often, when I do talk to him, it's almost to the point when I talk to him on the phone, and this is a very motivated and very, very successful man, when I do talk to him, there's a little bit of nervousness within me when he asks me how I'm doing, because I want to show him that I'm doing well. I would never dream of telling my best friend about my issues that I'm going through, because I know how highly motivated he is, how driven he is. I don't need to leave my baggage on him to where it actually affects him on an unconscious level, because the work he does is a performance-based job. He needs to be at his best. So for me to give him my crap when I'm going through some issues, that's not fair to him. That's not fair to him for me to just download all that crap into his unconscious, and now he's trying to resolve it when he could just be working on his own stuff. So we value each other because we don't talk to each other that much. Although we message each other, we do the prayer every single day. Because we don't talk that much, we actually value each other. Because we only see each other once every 2 years, we actually value each other more. So for you as a coach or a person who's trying to help somebody, you need to be able to walk away. And if you're not willing to do that, you can't help somebody. So for me, with my clients now, they know that, first of all, I'm in an abundance of clients. I have a lot of followers where I could pick up either clients or FaceTime clients, or I'm selling my digital course. So right now I'm in a state of abundance where money is coming to me effortlessly. And because I'm in that state, if a client starts to act up and starts being a very, very, let's say, bitchy, I'm like, get out of here. I don't got to work with you. I don't got to put up with this. So you need that ability to walk away. It's called the buyer-seller dynamic. You should look that up. You always need to be the buyer. It's kind of like what Rolex does. Like if you go into Rolex right now, like a Rolex shop, to buy a Rolex watch for $100,000, they won't let you buy it. They'll actually make you like write an essay on why you deserve to wear their brand. Like, why do you deserve to wear a Rolex? And the fact that you have to prove to them that you're good enough to even buy their $100,000 watch, which isn't even a good watch, by the way, it makes you want it more. It makes you value it more. So, again, these are the 4 things that need to be lined up. I wrote them down. You need proof. The easiest way to do that is through social proof. Get other people to say how good you are at what you do. Now, I got that in line. The second thing you need is authority. People need to take you seriously. You need to be a figure of authority. This is why friends and family and people that know you don't usually take you that seriously, because you're just, for me, in my case, I'm just baby Lou. The third thing you need is an investment, whether that's time or money. And the fourth thing you need is the ability to walk away. And the last thing, if you can't get those 4 things lined up, this is how I help my friends and my family for the most part. I don't try to teach them anything. I don't try to tell them what it is I'm doing. I just try to be a good vibe. So for this coach who wants to help his mom, since it's really, really hard to get these 4 things lined up, I would do my best to just be a great vibe, to the point where your energy is so good that it raises them up to your standards of energy. To where if you're in a good mood, a great mood all the time, you could actually energetically, and that's what I've been doing with my dad lately, just by being in a good mood, I actually bring my dad up to my level of happiness, so to speak. So that's the 5th thing you could do. If those 4 things can't get lined up, just be a good vibe. All right. So I hope you found this valuable. If you found this valuable, as always, leave any feedback in the comment sections below. Until next time, peace.